Hello, my friends. This is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. Uh, Weather here today is in the 70s and 84 of high. It's been cloudy most of the day, getting a little bit of a wind. Uh, so it's weather's nice. We'll probably get a shower or two here before dark. What I want to talk to you today about is the Filipino people, Filipinas and Filipinos, and my observations traveling here for the last 30 years and living here for the last 5 years. Uh, Filipino women, I can, they are so sweet and so pretty, and you'll notice if you meet one and go out on a date. I said this before, it's hot and humid in a lot of areas. And they'll carry a handkerchief or uh, tissues to wipe your face off as you're sweating like I do uh, when I first came here. Uh, they're just loving, giving. They will take care of you. If you marry them, they will really take care of you. Uh, they will make sure you get where you need to go if you uh, and make sure your health is good. Help you out when it's not. My wife, she cooks for me just about every meal. Uh, so, and most of the housework she takes care of. Most of the yard work that I don't do, she takes care of. Which makes me a pretty lazy old guy. I got my older than dirt shirt on today. Uh, so all they will ask for is your love and your respect for them. Uh, you won't have too many problems if you do that. And they'll make wonderful wives, and they've often had horrible or really difficult lives growing up. Uh, One thing you'll notice about Filipinos is that they come from large families. I think my Maida had like 9 brothers and sisters, and that's pretty big. And now it's scattered out. There's her mother lives in northern Samar, and some of her brothers do too. They stressed education, uh, but unfortunately, they didn't let her go to college like she had wanted to. Uh, Her brother, she was living with her brother in Manila, and I think he was an engineer. And she wanted to major in pharmacy, but her brother wouldn't let her. No, you go learn to do sewing. At that time, a lot of clothes were made here, and so she didn't. So it wasn't until I married her and took her back to the U.S. that she actually went to college classes, and she did very well too. But they oftentimes, especially in the provinces, uh, there'll be one father, and he'll have another family on the side. So you might have a whole lot of brothers and sisters and nieces and uh, nephews. Uh, so expect having a large family. But to me, it's all right because they come here and visit us sometimes. Most of them have good jobs, good careers, and have their own families now. Uh, now, they've had a hard life growing up. Some of them are in very impoverished situations, uh, and but they do things like go off to another country and work, which is what Maida did. And she was able to put her two daughters through college, along with help from me, which I came along. They were in college then. And, well, I think Iko was still in high school. Yeah, yeah. But I would, she would send money that I gave her to help them with their college. And Iko, she graduated with a degree in restaurant, hotel management degree, uh, and she married one of her classmates when they graduated. Well, he graduated in civil engineering, and they moved back to his home area, which is there in Alfonso. And his father had passed away before I came around. And they moved his mother in with them in Alfonso. He's went to work for the Department of Transportation, and that's what he was doing when we moved here. And then he had started building houses. He built a barangay hall up here in Maradona. Uh, so he started building, and he got a job with a private home builder, and he's making very good money now. So he takes care of the family. His sister also graduated with a degree in accounting, and she works for an accounting firm in Makati, and she makes very well. She and her friends go to Hong Kong, Thailand, stuff like that. They travel around together. Our other daughter, Anna Lynn, she graduated in mass communications, and she now works for a call center, because her English is very, very good. And she's married. Her husband is a heavy equipment operator, and they have one daughter, Rainey, and she's the apple of my eye. She's just a sweetie. So you'll see, every family would like to have their child go to college. You just can't afford it. Most of them can't. So unless they can get a good scholarship or something like that, or have a family member that's working abroad, can send money back for them. But they do value education here. And now in the big cities like Manila, Cebu, uh, you'll find beggars on the streets. Angeles City has a lot of beggars. They're usually poor kids. So often some of them are members of Ida, the tribe up near Angeles City. They helped train an American in jungle warfare during the Vietnam War. Uh, so if you got a peso or two, give it to them. Won't hurt you. Uh, yeah, there are scammers around, and usually you can tell which ones are trying to scam you. If they come out right off the bat asking you for money, send them money, you can bet she's probably a scammer. Uh, so just, I always told Maida when I first met her, I said, let's need to spend some time together, and then we can talk about marriage. And that was fine with her. And so that's what we did. I even got a job in teaching in Taiwan so I could come and see her every 2 months. My school let me to have a 4-day weekend, and I would fly in first to Hong Kong, and then when she moved back to the Philippines, I would come here. And that went on for about a year. And then we got married by the mayor in Dasmariñas, along with about 5 other couples. And that was an interesting experience. But most of the people I've run into when I'm traveling around, I'd often meet people there at these scenic areas. One time I met the engineer. He was an older guy like me. He was standing around the Chocolate Hills viewing area, and he told me he was an engineer with the transportation department, and he designed and built that scenic area to view the Chocolate Hills. Really nice guy, and I guess because I was older, nice American, and so we, talked as we went up the stairs. Just super nice people. And I find that ever since I moved here, we had a team of workers hired by my Elmore, my son-in-law, and he finished the house. And I got to know all the workers. Most of them were friends of his. Some of them high school friends of his. And that's what he's done with his money, is that he uses some of them to run his businesses. He started several businesses in Alfonso. His car wash, an aquarium center. His wife owns permanent cosmetic tattooing, I guess. So if your wife wants to do her eyelashes or something, make them permanent, you can do that. And that business is going real well. Yeah, you do find scammers, especially in Manila. There'll be people with all kinds of stories coming up to you. So you can either believe what he says or just say, no, thank you, I don't have it. Not interested. And nothing will happen to you if you turn them down. So that's what I find the people here have been very friendly, one, and they're very welcoming, and they're very helpful. Uh, we have a family that lives down in the jungle across the old bamboo bridge, and it's an extended family. You get two or three wives and their husbands and their kids that all live down there, and super nice people. And uh, they provide the workers for projects that we have here. I've got one that takes care of the yard. He's here just about every day, watering and sweeping up, cleaning up, trimming. Very nice and good workers. When we have a lot of fruits, uh, they'll come and get down the jackfruit, which are way too heavy for me to get it up and climb up a ladder or climb up a tree to get. No, this old body's not going to do that. Not anymore. I used to climb mountains, not anymore. So that's how I feel about the Filipino people. They're very welcoming. They're very friendly. Uh, they invite you to a party. Probably ought to sit down with them and have a beer. Probably Red Horse or some gin or uh, rum. That's generally what they drink. When we were building this house, usually on Fridays, I'd buy a bunch of Red Horse and uh, we'd sit out here after work and have have a few beers with them. And they would try to ask me questions and might would have to translate most cases. Uh, but they wanted to know more about me and my life and what America's like. And I might gather some of the women around here and they'll go over then to buy a kubo and she'll get all of her cosmetic stuff and they'll do their nails real fancy. The women like that. Uh, and I've always been accepted in with her family. They've always been nice to me and welcoming to me. Uh, it's just, that's just the way they are. They're just a friendly people and helpful people too. And so we do provide them some jobs, uh, and we're glad to help them out. But that's what you'll find most people here in the Philippines to be. They love to laugh. They love to have a party. Oh, I guess I should not forget this now. You're going to have a party. Of course, we have beer, and we got some bourbon or scotch and rum and Red Horse. And guys will sit out there and sit and drink and laugh and stuff. And the women, now if the women come in and say, announce, the women are now drinking. Prepare for it. As they will get sloppy drunk very quickly, within an hour usually. And they're over puking and in the bathrooms or passed out on the floor or on the couch. It's something to see. Iko does that a lot too. So prepare for that. But it's fun. There's not a day go by that I just sit out here and enjoy this lovely yard, wave to people go by, uh, watch the dogs chase after them. They can't get through the gate. So, and the dogs won't bite either way. And most of the people that come over here know that. So keeps the ones that don't know and might have ulterior motives away. So not too much of that around here. This is a pretty peaceful area. Uh, I know a lot of you'd like to come out here. Only thing is that it's more expensive up here. The closer you get to the lake and the volcano, the higher the prices go up. And some of those big gated communities inside the crater, the original crater, those sell for mucho moolah. And we couldn't get that close here. And we were lucky to find this place just within our budget, and we're happy we did. And our dogs are happy that we did too, because they like running around out here. So I've rambled on enough now, but that's what to me the Filipino people are. They're just a welcoming, loving, fun-loving group of people, and just as nice as it could be. And I love them all. So y'all, some of you may not agree with that, but that's the way I feel, and that's the way I'm treated here. I like being called Sir Barry. I wish I had gone to the Queen's knighting ceremony though. And, family calls me Daddy Barry. So I like both of them. Well, y'all take care. You have a great day. I'm hoping it's going to rain here, but maybe not. It's supposed to be raining. So have a great day and take care of your family, take care of your kids, take care of your pets. And I'll see you back here again. Adios, amigos and amigas. Barry out.